Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our second call of the new year. Is it second, right? Or third? Might be the third. Anyway, we are here. I am excited to see you again. Excited to be back. What an amazing week. Yes, come on camera so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. If you can. Good to see you. Hi, Renate. Right. So, hi, David. Good to have you two here today. I am excited about today because I want to teach you something. I want all of us to create a new habit for ourselves, a habit that will absolutely freaking crazily change our lives. And it's so easy. And we kind of talked about this before, but I want us from today to do it on a daily basis. It's easy to remember, easy to do, and it's super powerful. So this is what I wanted to talk about today. And but we are going to wait for the rest of the team to show up. While we wait, I'm going to ask you, Renate, how are you doing? Let's talk a little bit while we wait.
Yeah, I'm fine. The Saturday was a great day with a lot of impressions. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, just I have to put the chip in English.
Put the chip in.
Um, yeah, no, it was really a impression of a different exciting persons, exciting oh no,
Connection?
yeah, connections and experience and like open eyes for something. So I feel really very high flying. That was really great and it's funny that when you talk with people who don't believe or don't is not on the same frequency, they directly try to get you down and say, but be careful because and then I say, okay, just leave it and I was you I every morning I do like um, not a meditation, but something like I go in a garden, I sit down, I drink my tea, and I put some positive um, palabras,
Thoughts? Uh-huh.
yeah, thoughts like repeating and high frequency music because like it was on Saturday the 11 I forgot that this was a special number and I just was looking for frequency music and the same frequency and with this music it's I feel like connection again and now every day I do this to stay in high level because the outside world with work and stress and catch you fast, if not.
Very good. Yes. Anything that works. Anything that works for you right now, until it works, you do that because you feel it that it resonates with you. So that's perfect then. Yeah, Saturday was really good day. By the way, in case that, well, David, you don't know, but Saturday, or you don't know, guys, but Saturday we had in Mallorca a live event. And then, of course, Renate, Anche, Simela, they all live in Mallorca. So we were able to see each other in person. And we were in the Simela's and Anche's new company. venue where the company is. So basically, it's the their venue, and that's where we had our event, and it was a really, really amazing event. We had amazing people. I think we were like 13 or 14 together. Very, very nice. And yeah, it was very powerful, very high vibe. And yeah, so actually I want to talk about today. I want to wait for a little bit more until everybody else arrives. So I know Simela also is coming, because I don't want to start doing this before all of you arrives. And also, I'm happy that David, you are here, because I told you last time that we are going to go a little bit more into, and I hope you were able to watch the previous calls, which I shared in the messenger group, just for you two, for Leonie and you, so you can go back and catch up with what we were doing before. And I hope you were able to do it. You will let me know when you are able to talk. And because today, I also want to ask you, is there any one of you who is listening to any of the books that I recommended, especially the ones with The Door to Success or Game of Life and How to Play it? Yeah, Renate, are you doing which one? I know, Simela, you're doing the Game of Life and How to Play it. I know Anche is also, Anche started listening to the three magic words. And I said to her, like, that's a 10-hour and something book. And you can go back to that, but you might want to change to this Game of Life and How to Play it. Renate, which one are you listening?
This one with the doors, I think what you
At
say.
the Back Door to Success, or The
Yes, this
Secret
one.
Door to Success.
Yeah, of course it's.
Okay, do you like it?
Well, I have to say, like the English version is really complicated for
Listen
me.
to the Spanish.
There was yeah, I found it in German,
Or
and
German.
then but the traduction is, I think, yeah, a little bit strange, but it's interesting. It's really, and also like it's written like 100 years ago. No, it's
Yes,
something amazing.
yes,
That
yes,
in
yes.
these times already they talk about the same.
Exactly the same. Yes, because they have been talking about this for thousands of years. So it's even 100 years is like, yeah, I know, but it was like, I mean, Jesus talked about this. Right? So he started talking about this like 2000 years ago. And basically since then a lot of other books were built on that, like, Shakespeare and Plato, and I don't know who else talked about the same things. And then basically if you finished with that, and it's in Spanish, it's even in Hungarian. So that's why when I looked it up and I found it in Hungarian, all three books of this lady. She has the book that you're listening now, the Secret Door to Success. It's her third book. She has, the first book is The Game of Life and How to Play It. She mentions a lot that book in the one in this third one. And there is a sequel to the first one which has only the affirmations, and they're all collected based on topics. So you have affirmations for health, affirmation for love, affirmations for success, for money, for whatever else. So there is all these affirmations collected in this book.
Mm.
So you can go and check that out. So I'm going to repeat that because Claire is just joining and I want her to hear this because it's pretty cool. So hi Claire, good to have you here. Okay, good. So I'm just going to repeat what I said because I now that I saw you joining, I'm like, I'm going to say that again. We're talking about the books. And there is the book that I shared, that The Secret Door to Success, And this lady, I mean, all of these, all of the beautiful souls, everybody's listening to the books. And there is a first book of her written in 1925, which is called The Game of Life and How to Play It. It's the audiobook it's on YouTube as well. And it's very, very good. She teaches very powerful affirmations to change your life. So it's short, it's 2 hours and a little. So basically, if you just type in uh, if you just type in The Game of Life and How to Play It, then you will find it. There is a lot of versions in English. Well, it's in German, Spanish, Hungarian as well. So, so it's very, very cool, very powerful.
And
And
not in French?
sorry?
Not in French?
I don't know, maybe I'm sure it is in French as well. So you look it up, and by the way, if any of you wants to continue this type of metaphysical knowledge, then let me just find, if you go to the YouTube channel Master Key Society, it has around 50 books, all scanned and and they are being created in audiobooks. So there is a person who's reading them out loud while you can also read it. So I think that's for me very powerful because I love reading and listening to it. And all the books in the Master Key Society YouTube channel is done like that, and basically are the basic metaphysical literature of humanity. It's there, all related to everything, basically, on how to create the life you desire with your mind, and how it works and how powerful it is. So basically today I want to teach you something similar from one of the books which I have been listening. And because of the last few days I had a lot of traveling time and I was in airports and all that, I had a lot of time, which I was so happy. So I listened to basically nonstop while I was not flying and I had Wi-Fi internet. I was listening to books from this channel. So I listened to the 3 books of this lady, which I always forget what's her name. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what's her name now. Let me see. Florence. So I've been listening to all her 3 books, very, very inspiring, and I already started to use some of her affirmations on a daily basis. It really helping me, and honestly, I'm seeing results like so much already with a lot of things, like a lot of things. And her affirmations are so amazing. So go, and even if you take 1 or 2 things out of that book, it's going to be very, very powerful and it will change your life. So I totally recommend. In case you love what these books are talking about, then you can go and check other books there in the same on the same YouTube channel. But today I'm going to I want to ask all of us from today to create a new habit, which we kind of talked about before, but we never said it this way, and we never committed to use it from now on in our lives. It's very easy, it's very powerful, and it will create big change because I will read you that part of this book, and you will understand, and then we will create this habit together from tonight. So the book that I'm reading right now is The Feeling is the Secret, 1944. Neville Goddard. Okay, we talked about Neville Goddard before. And feeling is the secret. Now, why feeling is the secret is because a thought with a feeling gets imprinted in the subconscious mind, which creates your reality. Everything that goes in the subconscious mind it's being objected in your reality. So it become a real material thing in your reality. And basically this book, as well as all the books of Florence and also the Three Magic Words, they all talk about the same concept. So why I'm always recommending you to read this or that is because each book talks about the same thing, but they're using different words. So you might not get it from this one, but then you're like, oh my God, now I got it. And basically, eventually, you're going to keep having these like, oh, now I understand. Oh, now I got it. And that is pivotal moment in your transformation when something just sinks in. So from this book, I'm going to read you something because I was listening to it yesterday and so I stopped it. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I want to talk to you about today. So listen to what it says. Now, it's important for all of you who has the desired reality, any desired reality. Right? Says, I'm reading from the book, whatever you have in consciousness as you go to sleep is the measure of your expression in the waking 2/3 of your life on earth. Okay, once again. So basically, whatever you have, you hold in your consciousness before you fall asleep. You are imprinting it in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind creates your reality. Okay? Your subconscious gives form to your desires only when you feel your wish fulfilled. So, what it says that your subconscious gives form to your desires only when you feel your wish fulfilled. So it's not enough to just think about it. It's not enough to visualize it. You have to feel the feeling of that desired reality. You should always feel the wish fulfilled before you drop off to sleep. You never draw out of the deep of yourself that what you want. You always draw that which you are, and you are that which you feel yourself to be, as well as that which you feel as true of others. So you have to see, feel, or witness that what you desire. So, how would I feel when my wish, or how would I feel when I see my desired reality? That's the question, right? So this is important to identify and before you fall asleep. So if it's something, I know for David, we were talking about it. He wants something like a success. He wants success. He wants financial success. He wants to have something that is just easy. It's working. So basically says you must be in the consciousness of being or having that what you want to be or to have before you drop off to sleep. But not to the extent where you get super excited that you cannot sleep. Because I remember when we were talking about this story, Simela said, if I do this, then I won't be able to sleep because then I get too excited. Well, I think really the line here is that you don't spend so much time in the desired reality that you get super excited, but you feel that feeling. And funny enough, when you think about that desired reality, it's real. It's not excitement that you feel, really. It's usually something else. So before I move on, let's just name the emotions that that desired reality would give you, or when you think about that, what are the emotions that you would feel? So whatever is the desired reality, It's the perfect health. It's the perfect success, the perfect relationship, the perfect wonderful success, wonderful wealth. How would that make you feel?
Happy, free, lovable. Me, just me.
Yeah, very good. Relaxed,
Relaxed,
peaceful.
joyful.
Yeah, relaxed, peaceful, joyful. Right. So basically, these are for all of us, no matter what the desire is relaxed, myself, peaceful, joyful, free. So
Yes.
when before you drop to sleep, you see your reality, and it's just a second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and you feel the desire, because the thought, the imagining, the imagining and the feeling imprints into subconscious. So I'm going to read on a little bit more. So you must be in the consciousness of being or having that what you desire before you drop off to sleep. Once asleep, man has no freedom of choice. His entire slumber is dominated by his last waking concept of self.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think what else. If as you prepare for sleep, you assume and maintain the consciousness of success by feeling I am successful, you must be successful. Lie flat on your back, with your head on a level with your body. Feel as you were you in possession of your wish, and quietly relax into unconsciousness. Because your subconscious never sleeps. So while it's how it's you before you go to sleep, as the conscious mind's last thought and pictures and feeling, you kind of what it says in the book is that you give it instructions, right? So you basically give your subconscious the instructions just before you go to sleep, and your subconscious never sleeps. So what your subconscious does is going to create that, what you gave it, into objective reality. Says sleep conceals the creative act, while the objective world reveals it. Beautiful. Once again, sleep conceals the creative act. So you, with your conscious mind, do the creative act. The creative act is imagining your desired reality and feeling you're being successful, feeling being free, feeling being peaceful, feeling whatever joy you want to feel. And then sleep conceals the creative act, while the objective world reveals it. So your subconscious works on your concept. So whatever your self-concept is, subconscious is going to create that into your reality.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so this book basically says over and over again the same thing. Feel yourself in the state of the realized wish. Feel yourself into the state of your realized wish and quietly drop off to sleep. Now, very good. You can do this to see others as well. Now, I'm thinking about Renate, for example. So, because you always come saying like, yeah, but my boyfriend is this and that. Okay, so see your boyfriend the way you wanted to see him. See him before you go to sleep in his perfect job, in his perfect state of finances, in his perfect health, in whatever you want. This you can do this for other people as well. You can bless them, which in the game of life and how to play it, they teach you that you can do it for others. You can bless others in their perfect health, because this is how Jesus created the miracles, that he saw the person, Lazarus live, the blind person, that he saw him, that he has perfect sight. So, and because he said it, and he saw it, and he said it, and he had the faith that the because he can see it and he says the words, then the Father within him, God, the source, has to create it. It's the law. So he was working with the law within him. And that's what we also have. The Christ within us is doing, right? Is doing it. You don't do it. You just give the instructions of what you want to see, what you want to see in your reality. So it works for other people as well.
Don't you
Not
need
just-
their permission first?
Sorry?
Don't you need their permission first?
No, because you are wishing for their best, right? You are basically,
Right.
it's as if like you're praying for someone. This is the same
Right.
thing. But
Mhm.
it goes beyond that, because you don't say, you are not in the feeling sorry for. That's the difference, basically. When you listen to how Jesus teaches men how to pray perfectly, the praying is, thank you, God, for this and this and that, right? So thank you for my perfect health. Thank you for my awesome business. Thank you for my perfect clients. Thank you for, helping me to create this, whatever, in divine timing. And I think Simela has a very good one from the book. It's like, thank you, source, or whatever, God, or however, the universe, however it feels amazing for you. So thank you for this wonderful business, my wonderful clients, and wonderful
I tell you how it is. I
yeah,
have a wonderful business in a wonderful way with wonderful clients,
and a
with a
wonderful pay.
Exactly.
Okay. So I have a wonderful business with a wonderful,
in
what
a,
was
in
that
a
second one?
wonderful way
In a wonderful
with,
way.
with wonderful
Wonderful clients and wonderful pay.
and a
Yes.
wonderful
Okay. So
pay.
there you go. I have a wonderful business in a wonderful way with wonderful clients and wonderful pay. So there you go, guys. Leonie, David, this is your new mantra. So the book is really, really good. Because it's full of these kind of affirmations, and some really rhyme so beautifully. So either like going back to praying, right? So the way Jesus taught men how to pray is what giving thanks before it happens. So it's being grateful, because that's how you show faith, that you know that this is going to happen, because you're already giving in advance. You're giving thank you for being the way you wish it to be. Now, it's so powerful. I don't know, guys, if you were here, you were listening from the beginning, right? Leonie and David, you were listening. Yes, okay, good. So basically where I am is that now we are going to incorporate in, like, before you go to sleep, right? You see yourself successful, you feel yourself the way you want to feel, free, joyful, whatever, and then you drop to sleep. Okay, every night you see yourself and you imprint it in your subconscious with the feeling. It's just a feeling. It can be even a relief. If sometimes people cannot go very high, sometimes you can, because we might have had a good day and you already like vibing. But the idea is that this is how you consciously start making your subconscious to objectify that what you see before you go to sleep. So we have to use that consciously. Says, never go to sleep feeling discouraged or dissatisfied.
Mhm.
Never go to sleep in the consciousness of failure. Your subconscious, whose natural state is sleep, sees you as you believe yourself to be. And whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, the subconscious will faithfully embody your belief.
Mhm.
So as you feel, so do you impress your subconscious mind, right? So many times we talked about that people, like everybody's reality is being created by the truth in their subconscious mind, by the beliefs of their self-concept in the subconscious mind, right?
Mhm.
And then always is like, yeah, but then if my subconscious mind is playing out what is in my subconscious mind, and then I see a reality that I don't like, how the heck can I change this? Now we know that you can over impress your subconscious mind with good feelings, with good thoughts, good feelings. So every night, basically seeing what you desire and feeling it for any short amount of time, you basically, and that's the last thing you give it before you go unconscious, it's what impresses into your subconscious mind. So no, we don't have to listen to 8 hours of subliminals because that's repetition, but it's much, much more powerful using your powerful conscious mind to impress your powerful subconscious mind. And it can happen like that in no time with a high, like with a powerful emotion. Okay. What else I wanted to share with from here? Disregard appearances. Now, again, we talked about this, like it doesn't mean anything. So no matter what's going on in your reality right now, and you're not happy with, disregard appearances. Why? Because the moment you think about them, and many, many people do this, right? Many people unconsciously think about the worst thing in their day before they go to sleep. And they're already thinking about the tomorrow and the problems and all the things they need to solve and all the things that are not working the way they want. So the next day looks exactly the same way because subconscious mind is recreating the same thing that was yesterday. Super powerful that consciously you only can go to sleep thinking about your desired reality and feeling the feelings of it. So feelings of satisfaction will mirror satisfaction in your reality. Right. I think that's really it, what I wanted to share with you. Always imagine and expect the best. Right. Beautiful. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I mean, I've been doing this a lot, on and off. And so I decided that instead of doing it on and off, and because it always worked, I mean, I have tons and tons of examples when I did this and I used it consciously, and then sometimes we forget and we kind of move on with this, but I wanted to bring it in so every night from tonight, that you remember that the last thought is you and giving thanks. For me, this works very, very well as well, like giving thanks for what you desire as if it has already happened. You can even use the words like as the one with the business, David, you can use the one I'm so excited, or I'm so grateful for my amazing business. Everything just flows to me. easily and effortlessly. I know everything. I know all the time what I have to do because it's everything in it's a divine way. Well, obviously you use your own words, right? So whatever is powerful for you, and really just feeling that. I mean, it's really, really crazy, but these days I've been using this a lot since I've been reading the books or listening to the books, and it's just I have this new thing that I was keep telling myself of um everything I desire comes to me before I desire it. And the other day, it was a few days ago, and I wanted to go out, and I did not. I brought a pair of sunglasses, but they are not for very intense sun shining. It's because the lenses are very transparent. So I was thinking about my glasses, which I haven't seen for at least, I don't remember the last time I've seen them, but I remember I had um a pair of sunglasses, but I didn't know where they are. I had no idea if they're in Budapest, are they in Mallorca, or if I lost them. Had no recollection. So the moment I was sitting there and I thought about that sunglasses, right after that, I was like, yes, so those sunglasses is what I actually desire because that's what I want to use. And I have no idea where they are, but I will find them in the perfect timing. 5 minutes later, I went to the bathroom, and 5 minutes later, I went directly to the drawer of Simela, which, by the way, she put all my stuff in boxes except the sunglasses. How funny that is. So I went to the drawer. The only place that I looked for was basically that drawer. I opened it and they were there. And I was like, well, there you go. And I think I have at least like 3, 4 stories of that just last week, that I was just sharing with Simela, that I had exactly 13,000 forints for the taxi, and the taxi was to 12,500 something, and I was even able to give tip. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know how much the taxi will, but it can't be more than 13,000. So it was exactly that. What else we were doing? Oh, the last time in the event, I taught this. So also use this is very, very powerful. The one with money. That every time you pay, now I started using it. It's also from the book. I started using this blessing, like blessing the money every time you pay. You bless it and you say, this money is blessed, and it comes back to me 100-fold, or 1,000-fold, or 10,000-fold, or how many folds you want. And it can be, you can maybe start with 100 and then you can go up. With that, it's a game, but it just brings awareness to money. It brings this very exciting energy every time you are handling money. And now I created a different one now when I'm receiving. And now I'm also saying it when I'm receiving it. And I say, this money is blessed, and it multiplies 100-fold. So now I have it either way. And it's just absolutely exciting. And now I realize this is just so powerful to be aware and to play this way with money, because money loves to play with you. And it's always your emotions around money that will dictate your
Yes.
reality.
Yes. Mhm.
So it's just a very fun, easy, and cute way to start playing and see what happens. See what happens. So I was saying, I started to like find money on the floor. I was like on the street, tickets, what else did I find? Yeah, well, basically the last 2, 3 weeks, these are the new things I started to. Oh, today I won on the scratch card again, but it was a Muller type of scratch card. They have a promotion, and then I bought a few things, and they gave me a scratch card. The moment I was like, okay, so fun. I scratched, it's like winner. I was like, and I was going back and said to the lady like, oh, well, what is this? How can I take my prize? And she's like, oh, that's not very often that people win. And I'm like, of course not, but I'm a winner. Now, I'm just telling you this to realize that I used to say I'm not a winner in these kind of things. The moment I said, why am I saying that? I'm just going to change my mind. And I started to say, I am a winner in everything. Like in everything. So basically, since I'm saying that, I started to become a winner of everything. This is how easy life is.
Mhm.
You change your mind. And reality starts showing that you changed your mind. Because we are the source, guys. We are the source. The moment you say something with conviction, so you need some emotional conviction behind it. But
Mhm.
that's all that is. The moment you say whatever you want to say, the universe will start reflecting, will show you that you are right, because that's metaphysics. It's not magic, really. It's metaphysics. So, yeah, you can say, oh, it's very difficult to think positively. Well, then try harder. Right? It's a custom, it's a habit. It's a
Mhm.
habit that people don't pay attention to. And now they see their reflection in the outer reality, and they try to change the outer reality with outer reality, with action on the result that it's the effect of their thinking.
Mhm.
The result changes with the cause, which is you.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, this is what I wanted to teach you today. So shoot to me questions. If you have anything you want to ask, share.
Mhm. Just a comment.
Comment. Good.
As a child at school, I was always told, don't be conceited. You mustn't say you're a winner. You mustn't say you're good at anything. You mustn't do this. You're being conceited. And so so you end up saying, oh, well, being apologetic all the time,
Yeah.
which is stuff you don't want to do.
Yeah. So you can change your mind.
Right,
It's
absolutely.
beautiful because awareness is the key, right? So
Yeah, yes,
as
yes.
long as you don't even realize, first of all,
Yes.
that's awesome, right? It's awesome because you realize that. We're talking about it. You realize because you became aware of your thoughts.
Mhm.
So now you see the connection between your life and the way of thinking.
Mhm.
So now that's freedom, because all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, they used to say this to me because they didn't know better. I just took it from the adults because that's how things work.
Mhm.
And I was repeating the same thing unconsciously. Now I'm conscious. Now I realize that, oh, there is a choice. I can just change my mind and think the opposite, and then I have opposite results.
Mhm.
There is a lady, I'm thinking about her. I don't know her name though, but I know she believed that she is the luckiest person in the world, and then she wins in every competition. And of
Mhm.
course, what happened? She won at every competition. She was even known the competition queen. The mind really talks a lot about her,
Mhm.
but it's because of her concept of herself, right? If I believe I win in everything, I'm going to be right.
Mhm.
The same way, if I believe and say and have this concept of myself that I fail at everything, I will be right.
Yes. Yes.
So what do you want to be right about? Anyone else?
Hey, hi, Agnes. So I have a question. So for me personally, I think it's rather easy to feel that I'm going to have success. But what if someone really, because I think it's kind of a habit. So if something happens, that kind of contradicts the outcome. So something doesn't go the way I want. I say, okay, that doesn't work this way. Never mind, I'm going to find a solution. But because I think it's a habit to see the potential, the opportunity, and not to say, okay, it didn't work out the way I wanted, and that's the confirmation of that it doesn't work. But okay, so I think that you have to train your mind a little bit to see the opportunity, to see like to feel that it's going to that you're going to succeed anyway. But what if someone just sees something that doesn't work out as a confirmation that is not going to succeed, and anytime something happens that's not aligned with where he wants to go, it's like, okay, I knew it doesn't work out. So
I love that. Very, very good question. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so let's say that your desire is to have a best-selling novel. So your desire is to become an author of a best-selling novel. The moment you decided that, and it's your desire, and you saw yourself as a best-selling novel in your visualization, and then you are like, thank you, source, for helping me to become a best-selling author. And so the moment you said that, the moment you visualized it, and the moment you know and you felt it, it's created. There's nothing else to do other than have the faith, and listen to this, the faith that everything that happens, it's taking you closer to that. Everything. So even the crazy bad looking things. So I'm going to give you the same example. So for example, you write the book, right? You write the book and you send it to a publisher, and the publisher criticizes it. It says, well, this is bullshit, this is not good, I would definitely change this part, like this doesn't make sense, and it rejects it and sends it back to you. Now, you know you are going to be an author. So what do? You have two ways to react this. One, you think, I knew it that I'm going to fail. And then you put back the thing in the drawer and you stop. Or you say, oh, thank you for giving me all that amazing feedback. You implemented it and you send it to another publisher. Now, let's say another publisher looks at it and again is going to give you a lot of criticism. Is saying like, well, yeah, but I mean, it's not blah, blah, blah. It gives you a lot of things, negative feedback, which basically it depends on your mind, but you can take it as constructive feedback helping you, right? So again, saying, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that, they might have rejected it, but they gave me so much more to implement. So now you take all that, you put it in your book, and now you send it to a different publisher. And then that publisher might be able to do the same, but maybe he only has two things to add and say, yeah, I really like your book, but I don't think this is really going to be a big hit, but good luck. But it says you two other things. Or like, maybe this publisher can help you. And then you're like, oh yeah, thank you so much. You take it, you do the two things, and you connect to that publisher. And then that publisher says, oh my God, this is an amazing book. It most probably is going to be a hit. And then it does the work. And let's say 2 years later, from the moment that you first wrote the book to the moment that you became a publisher, a bestseller, it was a journey, and you were taken to exactly the same people who were able to help you to become the bestseller. Why? Because 2 years before, when you first wrote it, it was not a bestseller. It was a normal book, but you wanted to become a bestseller. So universe created the journey for you, how you're going to become a bestseller. But what people do, the first moment that they are rejected, they instead of having the faith that this is happening for me, as in for somehow reason, I don't know why, and I don't know how, but it's taking me to where I want to go. Having that mindset is going to help the person go each step and becoming that desired reality or reaching that desired reality. Okay, so I'm going to give you another crazier example. A person had a big debt, money, a lot, like a big debt of money, and he said, "Thank you, God, for liberating me of all my debts, because in your eyes there are no debts, right? I am free of debts." And then it was like, there you go, this is how it's happening, I'm so happy, I already feel fulfilled and free. Few days later he got another bill which is almost half of the initial debt. Okay, now the first instinct is, I'm doing something wrong. Like, I thought I'm creating what I desire, but now this illusion, right? It looks like it's the opposite of what I want. But then what happens, funny enough, because of this thing, she shares this story with someone who listens to it and is like, oh my God, like, I know how to help you. Call this number. So this person calls the number, and with what she finds out based on this thing that happened here, all this debt is also going to be taken away. So basically, without this wouldn't have been resolved. Now, from the perspective of the linear perspective, the mind doesn't understand, so it believes it's failing. But from a higher perspective, is going closer to the desire. Okay, another story from my life. I wanted to have a job where I am free, I have no ceiling to how much I earn, I can speak English in my job, and I can help people. I didn't know what that job is. I just came out of my, what is that called? My 9 to 5, and working for a company, and I wanted to be free. I wanted to be free. I wanted to do what I want when I wanted. Free timeline, free timetable, free ceiling of how much I want, and I wanted to help people, and I wanted to do it in English. And I didn't know what that job is. So, and I said, this is what I want, and I'm so happy. I could see myself. I imagined it, and I wrote it down, and then I forget about it. Okay, I really forgot about it. So life started to took me on crazy adventures. So first, so how it all started, like I'm telling you, because I really felt like I'm going exactly the opposite. So first I went to a job, and I wanted to become, I saw an announcement that they wanted to hire Ryanair attendants, flight attendants. So I went to an interview, and at that interview, the man who was interviewing me, he said, like, don't go there. I want you to work for me, because he found out I'm an HR manager. They're like, I need an HR manager for my company. Don't go to be Ryanair, but help me to do this job with me. And I'm like, okay. So he hired me. 3 months later, he turns out that he's an asshole. Now, I thought, like, this never in a million years can take me where I want to go. So he was like a real asshole. So I decided to leave the company. But in the meantime, at that company, I met a contact who was helping others to get jobs abroad. And with all these things, and I was like, he's an asshole. I don't want to be here. And I contacted him, and I said to him, can you find me any job in England? Because I'm done with this shit here. So he said, yeah, next week you can go to England, and I found you a job. Here you are. Here's the accommodation. Here's the job. It's all done. You've signed and you go. And basically, this is how I ended up in England, which I absolutely adored. And with all the crazy ups and downs, I ended up to have an amazing English knowledge. When the last day, somebody came and told me there exists such a thing as being an English teacher of like second teaching English as a second language, and you can do this. No, everybody can do this, and if they approve you and you're good, you can just find a job as an English teacher, and they hire you right there where you did your course. All this took me 1.5 years to basically work on my English, come back to Budapest, do the course, and then basically becoming the English teacher. And then I realized, and then I was being, sent to all these schools and all these multinational companies. And one day, when I was so excited with my work, that I was coming from a class and there was a homeless person on the street, a woman. And I always talk to homeless people. I have something for them. And then she was telling me a story about not being able to pay her rent. And then they need to move out in 1 week with her little daughter, who was also out with her on the street. And I remember opening my purse, and all the cash I had, there was quite a lot of cash in it. So I took all the cash out, and basically that was her whole rent for 2 months. And I gave it to her. I know it sounds crazy. I all gave it to her. And that after that, I walked away, and that one, when I realized, oh my God, this is my dream come true. It's me working on a timeline that I want. I'm making all this money that has no ceiling. I am free, I'm happy, I'm speaking English and working in English, and I'm helping people to achieve what they desire beyond my job. And that's when all the things came together. Now, in between the time that I desired it and the time that it came true, it was a lot of shit went down. Ups and downs. Like, there was times that I was like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to pay the rent next week when we were living in England, because I just didn't have a job in England for a while. And I was like, I need to pay the rent. So we were always making up things. So, and always improvising. And eventually I came back and everything was already there. So, and there's a lot more to the story. Sometimes I told you a few different parts of this story before, but when you think back, and then I really invite you to think back in your own life, to see to desires that you had before, that you really, really, really wanted, or you really put it out there without realizing it, and then it became true. So if you now go back and you're like, let me think back of the journey when I really, really desired to live in that country, what I really, really desired to have that, that certificate, or I really, really, really wanted to study at that particular university, but everybody told me that, or I really, really wanted that dream job, or whatever you really, really wanted. And later it became true. Think back of the moment that you really desired it, or you thought about it, or you dreamed about it, and the moment it became true. Go back and see all the crazy ways that the universe took you, that you had to go through in order to come there. And you will realize that life doesn't go like this. It trains you into becoming that person. So if you want to be like an amazing bestseller, you have to become a bestseller. So teach people, because either it's you or it's people who you're working with, clients who are like, oh my God, the first thing that it didn't go well, right? They say, oh my God, no, I'm right. No, it doesn't mean anything. Or if it means anything, it means that you are getting closer to what you desire, because you have to trust the universe knows what it's doing. So you just have to stay true to your desire and say, no matter what, no matter what, I know that I am becoming this. I know that I'm successful. I know that I'm wealthy. I know that I'm healthy. Even if I go to the doctors and they gave me my analytics and it's shit, and you're like, I don't fucking care. You know, I don't care because I am healthy, because I said so, because I'm going to stay true to my desire, and my body will need to follow. It will follow because it's a law. And no matter how much time it needs to adjust, your 3D will adjust because it's a law. It's the law of the universe. So unless you change your mind and you are one day, oh no, I'm a failure. Oh, I'm a success. I'm a failure. I'm a success. Then it will take a lot more time to get there. But if you don't waver, you don't wobble, you say, I don't care what I'm seeing out there. Even if the world goes down, I know it's taking me closer to where I go. Even if the world goes down, it looks like many times it looks like it's falling down, like to pieces. You have to know it's falling into place. So say, well, there you go, it's falling into place. And everybody will tell you, but you are crazy, it's falling apart. And you are like, yeah, it looks like that, but it's falling into place. It looks like that, illusion. I don't care because I am the creator of my reality. So if I say it's falling into place, well, it's falling into place. And funny enough, go back to your creations and you will see none of your creation become true like that. That it was one day to the other and it's like, oh, there you go, it was so easy. No, it takes a road. And it's your road to success. And you are becoming. Is that helpful?
Yes. Yes, very.
Good.
No,
Yes.
now the concept is clear and is good, but the problem is with faith. If there is a setback, so I find it personally difficult to get in track and say, yeah, no, this is just speaking. No, it's no problem. It's going to in the right direction. It's difficult because what you are seeing right now, or the evidence that you have in front of you is telling you the otherwise.
Yes, but that's an illusion.
Yeah, so that's one precise example. So David created a podcast and he uploaded it to Spotify. And today there was, I don't know exactly what it was, but said he couldn't enter so he couldn't log in. And he assumed, I think it's an assumption, so he assumed it's because they took down his podcast and I don't know what. I said, okay, but you don't know for sure. You should reach out to them or you should do research. So I think sometimes people make assumptions for a negative outcome that maybe isn't even there. So that's how I see it. But yeah. Because if it's not a fact, if you still don't know what the reason is and you jump to conclusions and then you say, oh, I knew it wouldn't work out. So this
So basically,
maybe
when you say, I knew it didn't work out, you are expecting failure. So you cannot, no matter what you create, you're going to fail because you are expecting failure. I will tell you another example from a few days ago. My friend said, I asked her, so how about the bar? Are you still going to work the next season as well in the bar and kind of put your real desire on hold to be as, so what's going to happen? And she said to me, well, no, I'm really going in. I really doing this. I really desire this. I don't care about the bar anymore. I don't want to do the bar. I want to do this. I want to do retreats. I want to do my business. And she said to me, but the bar is there in case this doesn't work out. Now, do you hear what she said? I'm preparing for failure. So the moment there is a plan B, in her case, saying, I still keep that in case this doesn't work out. But basically what you're saying that, I'm preparing for not working out. So what you are also saying to me is that if you're preparing for failure in your head, no matter what you do, you're going to find failure because because you are expecting it. Like, this is not going to work out, but I will give it a try. So every time that happens, you're like, you see, I'm right. It's not going to work out.
Or you lack some faith. You can say, okay, I'll give it a try, but there is no guarantees.
But you have to you really need to want it. You can't just like, yeah, it would be nice, and then like I will just give it a try, and if if the first thing doesn't work out, then of course it means that it's not really going to work out. No, you really desire it, then you really desire it. If you really desire it, then there are no setbacks. And you don't have to work hard. The way you want to create this business is that you want to overcome that it's going to fail. So I'm going to either work hard, and then I'm going to fail, or I will just work little bit and then fail very fast. And then like, yep, I was right. The way you want to do this is that you want to see yourself succeeded. You succeeded already. You don't have to become successful. You are successful. So when you go to bed, you see yourself succeeded. You feel that I succeeded. So now what? There's nothing to do. I feel I succeeded. It's amazing. Whatever I do succeeds. Whatever I touch becomes gold. You have to just, start telling these to yourself until it becomes natural. Now, what happens, the more you see yourself successful, the more you know that I don't have to do it, I need to feel it. Because when you see it and feel it, the universe starts making it happen. So everything, it might not be the podcast. It might be, it didn't work because it's not your path to success. It might be something completely different. Yeah. I failed with Etsy in 1 week. Okay. I believed Etsy is my way. So I created my web shop. I put a lot of time. I created like this print on demand. I put the mugs. I bought a lot of like, in order to actually be able to have an online shop on Etsy, I spent like 3 weeks or more in creating the designs, creating the mock-ups, creating the whole, like everything about my shop, all the money, the connections, how they're going to pay me, like million things. I worked a whole month on it because I really thought like this is going to be so successful. Okay. I was there in 1 week. They shut down completely and forever permanently my shop. After my first sale, they shut permanently down my shop because they told me that there is something that does not comply with our user whatever thingy, And I was like, okay, but what the heck? Tell me, what do I need to change? And they said, we can't tell you that. Go and find it. It might be this or that. And I was like, okay. So I tried and I didn't find it. And I said, I think I comply with everything. Like, there are my designs. Everything is, I did not, do anything wrong. So they told me, well, because you did not correct it, we permanently shut down your shop. And no, like, you can't reopen it, nothing, zero. And so of course, my reaction is like, what the fuck? I was angry because I put so much work in it, but then after a whole day of being angry at Etsy, I went to the higher level of understanding and I said, well, it must probably had happened this way, because nothing happens, randomly. Everything happens for a reason. So then I asked myself, Agnes, what do you think is the reason for this? And I came to only one conclusion. That's not the way you go, girl. It was very clear. They basically permanently shut it down. So it's obviously, it means that's not the way you go. So then a little bit later, I realized that I channeled it down as another confirmation. They said, yes, it's very nice, but that's not your way. You would have spent a lot of time and energy and things in a very, very little result. And you are not there for that. Your genius does not lie in print-on-demand website shops or whatever, web shops. You are here for something amazingly bigger than that. So don't think that that's your way. So basically, they shut me down right at the beginning. And understand that if this happened, it means only one thing. That's not where you go. So you say, thank you for not, spending months and then taking it from me, which happens to a lot of Etsy people, that they build up something and then it's taken away. So right at the beginning. But first you really, really want to see yourself successful, to tell yourself that you are successful, to listen to metaphysical books until you actually get it, that everything comes from you, that everything starts from you, that the moment you decide that I am freaking successful, the universe must prove it to you. But you cannot look out there to tell you first that you are something that you are not believing. So I'm like, first, you, universe, show me how successful I am, and then I'm going to believe it. Well, that's not how reality works, because reality only reflects you. So first you believe it, you have faith in it, and then you will become, your 3D will show you that's who you are. Yes, you are that. So use the knowledge that we talked about here to go to sleep with this assumption that I am successful. It already happened, and it was so easy. I didn't have to do anything. Everything came to me. Everything just was delivered out of nowhere. And I loved so much the journey. And I'm growing and evolving every day. My business is growing and evolving every day. I have an amazing business with amazing clients, an amazing way, and it's divinely guided, and it's amazing paid, and everything is perfect. Start saying this, because that's what's going to be projected in your reality.
Yeah.
Okay, and then see what comes, because the moment you start saying this, the moment you have the faith that this is going to be like this because I said so, and then you have the faith, no matter what happens, I know it's getting me closer to that. Even if it looks like something bad happened, like, oh my God, I cannot access my podcast. Okay. Then you ask the universe to show you a very concrete lead for you. To saying like, show me a concrete lead that this is the end of my podcast. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just, something that takes you to another place, that takes you to another place. It's always, everything is like that. Like nothing can happen just randomly. So you have to have the faith. Everything is taking me there. So the moment you have the trigger, it happened to me as well, okay? That's what I'm saying. It did trigger me like hell. I remember that when the Etsy shut me down, and I was sitting here so angry. I was like, why? But why? But why? Half a day later, I calmed down. And I said, well, it must be a reason then. And I gladly accept, because I don't know better. I only see the linear timeline. I don't see the higher perspective.
Yeah. At least they didn't spend. I didn't spend so much time waiting for them to take it down. Yeah, it was just a couple of weeks or so. So
Yes. What I
yeah.
feel in for you as well is that you say just that, like, you take action so you become successful. Everybody does that, okay? Just really, if you understand this one thing, it will change everything for you. The mindset is, I will figure out what to do, so I'm going to go out there and find something, so then I will become successful if I do it well. That's how you think now. Right? So you said, oh, I'm going to create podcasts, and then I don't know, there might be a version in your head how this podcast will take you to freedom or financial freedom.
So the mindset more or less is like, let's find an opportunity where there is an opportunity window, or like it's time sensitive. So take action fast so that
That's
take
failure.
take a
Okay?
look to the
I tell
result.
you right now, that's why you failed so fast. It's for your benefit, because you have to listen what I'm saying to you now. Okay? It's not how it works, because that's really deemed to failure. So you say, let me basically figure out the opportunity alone, myself, me, David. So I'm going to find something, then I'm going to work hard to it, taking action, and then this eventually, hopefully, will take me to the desired result, which is freedom, money, financial freedom. Okay? But your mindset is, you see, I know that you are preparing for failure. So then basically what you're doing here is, the person who's creating it, it's not the successful person. So all you want to do is to change that. You reverse engineer. Reality is reverse engineering. You go into your desired reality, you sit down with your journal and you write down the desired reality. How does that look like? How is your success? How does your success look like? How does your success feel like? That's what you
Very
have in your mind. And you stay there and you allow the universe to show you the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's how it works. All you need to do is you inhabit your desired reality in any way you can. It might be a picture, it might be a feeling, it might be words. Whatever it is, you want to inhabit that feeling. You go to sleep saying, I am successful. I have already achieved everything I desired. I am financially free. And then you feel the relief, or you feel the joy, and then you go to sleep. And you allow the universe to bring the opportunity, to bring the people, to bring the idea, to bring the next step. It will bring everything for you, and you end up where you said you want to go. But you first have to go there, first in your head and in your emotion, in your body.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's nothing for you to figure out. It will be brought to you what you need to do. The idea, the opportunity, the people, the connection, the knowledge, everything being going to be brought to you, because you are in your desired reality. So it starts being created around you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? No, there's nothing to figure out, because you are figuring out from, I'm not successful, I'm not there yet, so I need to go there. You don't need to go anything. Come here in emotion, come here in your head, and allow the universe to show you the how.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about, okay, the opportunity is over there, I have to go and find it. It's more or less being in the place of success, and things come
To you.
into play or come to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you are the source. You are living in, I am already successful, so the universe will match you up. It's like this person is successful. Oh my God. Okay, let's start bringing everything in, because as you are resonating in joy, freedom, I'm successful, I am myself, I'm playful, the universe as being the effect of who you are being, it will start bringing in the house, the everything that matches your joy, that matches your freedom, because you are now playing a successful character. So when you decide to play a successful character, then your reality as being only a reflection of who you are being will match up, because that's the law of the universe, matches up the creator.
Mhm.
Okay, start, guys, listening to the books. Okay, The Game of Life and How to Play It, The Secret Door to Success. Okay, they are on the YouTube channel that I shared with you. Listen it again and again and again. It's finding in Spanish for you, David. So it's your, like, you get it even better. Listen to it, find similar metaphysical books in Spanish, and listen every day while you are going out, while you are commuting to work, while you're coming back from work, while you're going for a walk, while you go for running. Listen to this until it just sings like, oh, I am everything I want to be. So the moment I feel successful, my life becomes successful, because it's going to mimic me.
Mhm. So is it better for me to listen to them in Spanish? It's like more.
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. Great.
If I find it in Hungarian as well, so it must be in Spanish.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. That was an awesome call, guys. You're doing so well. So tonight, right? Before you fall asleep, your last thought must be you being successful, or whatever is your desire, being in that perfect relationship, in that wonderful connection, or seeing counting money, or seeing opening your whatever, if it's abundance in cash, physical cash, then see yourself opening your purse, your magical purse, and just see like, oh my God, they're so full of money that they're like, it's almost impossible to squeeze in one more note. Like, that should be your biggest concern. Like, how the heck can I squeeze in this 100, one more last thing? And then seeing it like you want to close it, and you almost cannot close it. Can you feel the emotion? Because I'm telling you, you see the pictures in your mind, and then that already activates the emotion. It's like, that's so funny. Exactly. So with just one thought like that, and then one emotion, like, dude, this is just really funny, and you fall to sleep with this like cute image, or whatever you choose for yourself, that it's the symbol of your desired reality, and you allow this in your subconscious mind all night is going to work on that, so it creates tomorrow and brings you the opportunity of how this is going to be a reality. And it's not different, it's nothing different from you having ham and eggs for breakfast. Okay, it's really, I want you to guys to understand that you seeing your purse packed, jam-packed with cash of all types of currencies that you desire, it's not different from you having ham and eggs for breakfast or cereals. It's your light, it's your energy, it's your mind. So you seeing like, what do I want to have for breakfast? Oh, some ham and eggs, Leonie, would be nice. Or a jam-packed purse of money, it's exactly the same energy. Whether you imagine this or you imagine that, you will bring it in your reality just for the fact of imagining it and feeling it. It's not different. This took me a lot of time to understand that this, like Hamandex and a jam-packed purse of money, there's no difference between it. No difference whatsoever. Like nothing. It's my concept of what I think about it. It's the difference. But there is no difference. And now I can tell you crazy stuff like 50 million euros. And that's why they say 50 million euros and a cup of tea. There is no difference between them. The difference is in your mind. So when you understand that this is big and this is small, just because you think that, you believe that, because other people believe that too, and then you took after them, and now you also believe that a cup of tea and 50 million euros one is big, one is cheap, one is expensive. No, it's exactly the same energy, and it's exactly the same lightness to it, and exactly the same joy to it, and it's exactly the same think about it. And then it's so funny, right? It's exactly the same, and it comes as easy one as easy the other if you choose so. If you think that 50 million is as easy as a cup of tea because I decided so, and this is what I want to experience, then this is what you experience. The work for us is to come to that, to that realization that there is no difference. It's energy in material. It's coming from you, it's on your own light. It's energy. There's no difference. It's just what people believed it, and now we were taking it from them, and now we come to this point where we are like, hey, but why do I think that this worth more than this? Oh, my mother thought so. Do I like this in my reality? No, not at all. Okay, so can I change my mind? Absolutely. You are the creator of your reality. You do whatever you want to do, and then you experience that. If you don't like what you experience, change your mind. So you basically come to a point when you realize that you can change your mind about everything. Everything. Because you are God in creating your reality. So you are unlimited. If you can think it, you can create it. That's when things start to become exciting. And this is why we are here, that you allow yourself to start playing with the ideas that I can have anything. 50 million is not a lot of money. 100 million is not a lot of money. It's only what I believe about them. It makes them to be the way they are. But if I believe them, it's very easy for me to have them, and I don't have to do anything for it other than being myself and happily dance around as being me. Then guess what happens? That becomes my reality. So all our work is to ease ourselves from those quite limited, right? Those limited thoughts. We are saying, I don't like that limited thought. I want to think this. And then God said, finally, someone. And that's why we're here. More and more and more and more of us. Giving ourselves permission to think whatever we want to think and believe whatever we want to believe. You have no limitations in what you want to believe.
Great.
Awesome. So good. So happy. Very good. Thank you for joining our beautiful call today. It was powerful questions for all of us. I love when you are asking because it helps everyone.
Yes.
Very, very good. Okay, well then, you know what you have to do. Until we meet again next week. Love you. Bye. Bye.